Hey guys, hello. Hey, hello everybody. Let me go here and start sharing this out. How y'all doing? Okay, hold on. All right. Sorry. How you guys doing? I want to say hi to my mom and my dad, to my sister, and all my friends and family who watch. Y'all are thebomb.com. And if you don't know me and watch, you even more thebomb.com because you don't have to hang out with me. So I appreciate you. All right. Okay. We are all shared out on Facebook. Let's get ourselves. Hey, hello to my friend on Facebook. If you're coming on Facebook, please say hi so I can greet you properly. Tonight our show is going to be pretty quick. I only found 2 stories, and I've also had a very long day today, and I'm a bit spent. So we're here, but it's going to be precision. All right. Okay, so we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Okay, and then we got to set up our thing. Okay, so how was your weekend, guys? Did y'all do anything fun? If you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, I want to know what you did. What did I do? I didn't do too much. I went for a nice long hike with a friend. Um, yeah, and that was pretty much the highlight. Oh yeah, and I had a dinner at one of my friends' homes, and that was good. So I had a pretty good weekend. Yeah. So we will be getting started as per usual at 8:05. Grab your drinks, your pens, your papers, your snacks, whatever you use to get comfortable for the show. I want to see y'all. Go get that. Hey, why is Saweetie on my her station, y'all? I love Saweetie, but Saweetie does not belong on a her radio station. Okay. All right. So tonight, like I said, it's gonna be pretty quick. We've got 2 stories, and then we are going to introduce our new topic for the month. So those of you who stay tuned. What else? What else? What else? I don't have any announcements as of now. Things in my not personal life, just things generally have been very hectic lately. So I haven't been as organized as I usually am. But just give me some time to get myself together, y'all. I'm gonna get it. I just gotta, right? All right, but we're getting started shortly, so make sure you share this out at 8:05 to your friends, okay? All right. Can't wait. We're going to have a great time. All right? I know y'all like to pop in at 8:05 and stuff because apparently the happy hour isn't your favorite part of the show. But I like the happy hour. It, helps me ease into the mood of the show. Don't mind me being silly. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? You guys enjoying the last days of summer? This is the longest 60 seconds I've ever experienced in my life. Hey, Joker 2724. All right, so let's start. Okay. No. All right. Here we go. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Wednesday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, and you're like, who's this lady on the internet? Why should I be listening or watching? I'm Natalie Pierre Lewis. I am the host of the show, and I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself get your business paperwork together. So things like making sure you have your articles of incorporation with the state, getting your EIN numbers and DUNS numbers, making sure that you have appropriate contracts for clients and partners, brand protection strategies. So that people don't steal your business ideas, and hiring and training strategies so that you don't get sued for discrimination. Okay. I help you set up all of these things. If you're wondering why I'm qualified to help you do that, I am a licensed attorney, have been one for 15 years and counting. I've started multiple businesses for myself and others, both online and offline. I've had many careers in the realms of entrepreneurship, the law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And most important, I am very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school, but a lot of you have amazing business ideas. And if you're going to be successful, there are just some things that you need to know. There's no way around it. Okay. So that's why I'm here. This is what we do here. We learn these concepts. So if you're in the startup phase of your business and you are looking for some legal guidance, I am here for you. Okay. I want you to go to linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm. That is the only link in my bio on Instagram, and it's all over my page on Facebook at linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm. If you are a first time client, you can book a free 15-minute consultation, okay? As well at linktr.ee/NPL consulting firm. You can download the free biz launch cheat sheet that will help you choose and start your dream business in 7 days or less. Linktree/NPL consulting firm is also where you can access many of my digital products like my ebooks and my video trainings on business formation. So if you don't necessarily want to hire me personally, you can get one of my video trainings. That's also where you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and the podcast at Linktree/NPL consulting firm. And Linktree/NPL consulting firm is also where you can get your lovely show merch. If you like this mug, it's available there. All right. Linktree/NPL consulting firm. So that's where you keep up with everything having to do with NPL consulting. Okay. Linktree/NPL consulting firm. Now, moving on from that, we've taken care of the business side. Let's get to why we're here tonight. This show, what do we do here? If just in case somebody is a first time viewer, okay? The way that the show works is I pull stories from the news, stories from podcasts, from blogs, from stories that you guys send to me, and I pull ones that have lessons that we can learn as business owners, as entrepreneurs, and we talk about it, okay? So this is a time for you to get involved. I want you to ask questions. I want you to give comments, all right? It's just much more fun when you guys participate. I'm also going to be asking you to give me some emojis in the boxes, okay? So as long as your hands are free, please participate. If you are driving, keep your hands on those wheels. I'm not trying to be responsible for no accidents, okay? All right. Trying to think, is there anything that I missed? Mm, uh, no, not as of yet. Okay, if I remember, I'll bring it up later. Okay, so we can move on to the show. All right. Before we even get into our stories, we are going to get into our NPL nugget. Okay. If you don't know what an NPL nugget is, it is a business or legal concept that I take and I teach it to you in a couple of minutes or less. It's very quick, just in and out, just to give you an idea of what we're talking about. And all year we have been covering a different topic every month. Okay. So this month, we are talking about hiring and training policies. Okay. All of you business owners out there, future business owners, aspiring business owners, you are going, if your business is going to scale and grow, you're going to have to hire people, right? It can't be a one-man show, as your business grows. When you're just starting out, yeah, it can be a one-man show. But when you start to grow, you're going to need to bring people on, right? So you need to know how to hire them appropriately, and make sure you're choosing the right people for the job. So this month, we're going to start the topic tomorrow because it's still the last day of August. So this month we are covering um, hiring and training policies. So how you set your employees up for success. Okay. So if you know someone who's trying to hire people, or if you're trying to hire people, or you plan to hire people in the future, you're going to want to pay attention this month. Okay. And tomorrow I will have the link up for for the employee training ebook that I wrote. All right. Okay. So we've covered that. Let's get to our stories. Okay. Um, all right. Whether you are watching live or you are watching the replay, I would like everybody to give me a moon emoji. Give me the moon emoji. I feel I feel like there are multiple moon emojis, but just give me one of them, okay? Or you can give me all, whatever you want to do. Give me the moon emoji. All right. Now, I think it's safe to say that we all know that, nobody owns the moon. While, different countries have been to the moon and they've planted their flags and things like that. Nobody, thank you for the moon emoji, Jake Care. Nobody can say, I have the deed to the moon. This is my property, right? Uh, and that but apparently um someone thought that they could at least uh capitalize on footage of the moon. If you have heard of Universal Music Group, please give me a music emoji. If you have heard of Universal Music Group, give me a musical emoji. Hey, Margaret. Margaret, well, since you're just coming in, give me a moon emoji, please. We are talking about the moon, all right? Now, Universal Music Group, they're obviously a music label. They also do movies and things like that. But they recently had a copyright claim against a gentleman by the name of Philip Bloom. Okay, Philip Bloom is a photographer. Thank you, Margaret. Philip Bloom is a photographer, right, and a videographer, and he took a video clip of the moon with a very expensive camera. Thank you, Jake. Here that he had purchased a couple of years ago. So he took his expensive camera and he looked up at the sky and he zoomed in on the moon and he just took a clip that was about less than 30 seconds. I watched it myself. It's literally just like a few seconds of video. And then Philip uploads it to his social media like a lot of us do when we take pictures, right? So he's like, oh, shoot, this is a really cool clip of the moon. It's so detailed because when you see the clip, you can see like the craters and stuff. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna put this on the net and the girls are really gonna live, okay? So he puts the video up on his social media and it gets flagged for copyright infringement by Universal Music Group. Okay, so apparently, Universal Music Group has some type of copyright that they from for moon footage that they took a while ago. Um, the thought is that it's probably from a music video because the content of music videos, that's copyrightable as well, right? So Universal Music Group, apparently they put a trigger on the internet, wherever this man uploaded this video, saying if you see any footage of the moon, flag it for us because that's ours, right? Now, not on top of the fact that this wasn't even Universal. Yes, Margaret, say what exactly? On top of the fact, this wasn't even Universal's footage, right? It wasn't like this guy took the footage from a video and then posted it online. This guy took the video with his own phone, or I mean his own camera, and put it online, right? But essentially, Universal Group, with this copyright trigger, basically says anybody who's putting up footage of the moon is violating our copyright, right? So of course, Philip Bloom, he filed a dispute. And when I think it was with Facebook or something like that, and he was like, I took this video myself. What are you talking about? Universal doesn't own the moon. Okay. So I think Philip is still fighting this. While you can see it, I think on his social media, like he's successfully gotten it down in the United States, but understand that different countries have different rules. So he's basically like having to go place by place and get these copyright flags taken down off of him. And why are we talking about this? Because copyright law never met has never was never designed with social media in mind. Intellectual property law is in desperate need of reform because we never thought about, everybody basically being able to connect all at once, right? Um, and because of this, companies like Universal Group can do dumb stuff like this and basically, shut down your video because they want to be the big dogs on the block and try and block your moon video. So we wish Philip Bloom the best. I hope he gets all of his copyright flags taken down off of him. And Universal Music Group, like, I'm just like, what? Margaret took the words right out of my house. Like, what are you talking about, girl? How many people can? You're not the only one who can take footage of the moon. The moon is there for everybody. Okay, the moon has no master. That is why the show is called "The Moon Has No Master." Margaret Massey said, "How they just gonna claim the moon? Universal is doing too much. They are absolutely doing too much, girl." Okay, all right. Um, if you just tuned in, you are watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Wednesday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you missed the beginning, today is going to be a very quick show. I was not able to get a full roster of stories. We only have a couple. And then we did our quick introduction of September's topic of hiring and training policies. Okay, so after this story, what we're going to do is we're going to do a few minutes of Q&A, and if there's no Q&A, we'll just break for the night because Mama has been working her fingers to the bone today. Okay. All right. Next story. If you have heard of a little company called Nike, give me a sneaker emoji. If you've heard of this little shoe company, it's not very large. You may not have heard of it, whatever. If you've heard of this company called Nike, give me a sneaker emoji. Give me a sneaker, okay? Um, and if you've heard of Nikes, you've probably heard of one of their iconic shoes, the Air Force One. All right. If you've heard of Air Force Ones, give me the number one. Thank you, J Care, for the sneaker. If you have heard of Air Force Ones, one of Nike's, staple shoes, give me the number one in the comments. Okay. So if you didn't know, there is a type of trademark protection for how something is designed. Thank you, J Care. It is called trade dress, right? The way that your product looks can be protected by trademark. And Nike has this. Thank you, Margaret. And Nike has this for their Air Force One. It is a staple design within the Nike catalog. I had a pair of Air Force Ones myself, in once upon a time. Uh, and it makes them a lot of money, right? But moving forward from there, Nike is very protective of their designs, as they should be. There is a shoe designer by the name of John Geiger. Geiger, Geiger. His name is John Geiger. John Geiger developed these shoes that he is calling GF01. They're the GF01s, okay? If you had a chance to check out my stories, you'll see the Nike Air Force Ones versus the John Geiger GF01s. If you have not had a chance to go check it out in my stories, please go check it out now because I'm going to ask you a question about it. I'm going to give y'all like 15 seconds. All right. And if you're watching the replay, the result should probably be up by now of what the poll is. When I asked in my stories whether people thought the shoes were too close for comfort, and most people said that they were. Okay, so if you looked at the shoe, give me a thumbs up so we can move on with the story. Right? If you saw the shoe, if you looked at the shoe, give me a thumbs up. All right. So John Geiger's shoe, the GF01, he's putting it out. He's like, "Hey, come look at my shoe." And Nike said, we are calling trademark infringement because, girl, this looks like a modified Air Force One." Now, keep in mind, John Geiger has done work with football teams and Nike in the past. Um, Hold on. Yeah, yes. So they're like, so John Geiger, he's not a stranger to Nike. It's not like he doesn't know the design, right? But John Geiger, he's saying, look, when people come look at my shoes, I tell them it's on my website, it's everywhere, that we are in no way affiliated with Nike. Okay. And we've told Nike, yes, this looks like your shoe, but we make it with a lot better materials. This is a designer athletic shoe. Okay. So John Geiger's argument against Nike is that, look, we tell people it's not Nike and we make it more expensive. But I want to know from you guys, as the average consumer, if you saw a Nike shoe and a John Geiger shoe, would you think that they were made or by the same company? Would you think that there was some type of affiliation between them? Does the John Geiger shoe, does it borrow too much inspiration from the Nike Air Force One? What do you guys think? What do you think? Ooh, my shoulders, y'all. What do you think? I think that maybe if you're a shoe aficionado, you'd think you'd absolutely know that they were the difference. But for me, who's not really into names, who's not really into labels, I would probably think that they had some similarities, that they might be, created by the same company. Um, so I think that Nike is doing the right thing by filing this trademark infringement suit. Whether or not they win or lose, they've at least documented their protest. The thing with having intellectual property is that you can't let anything slide, because once you start to let it slide, you can slip into becoming generic. Margaret Massey said she doesn't think someone would think they were related. Okay, maybe that's just me. But Nike is absolutely doing the right thing here, because you need to protect your mark. Okay. Now, some people go overboard and they become trademark bullies. But in this case, I think Nike was doing the right thing. They were like, look, this is looking a little bit too close to the Air Force One, girl. So let's just put a little pause in that right now. So, from you guys watching, whether you're watching live or watching later, do you think that Nike should win? Or do you think that John Geiger should win? Should the John Geiger shoe be taken down, or should it be allowed to flourish? If you want Nike to win, give me an N. If you think John Geiger should win, give me a G. Okay? If you want Nike to win, give me an N. If you think that John Geiger should win, give me a G. What do you guys think? For me, I think that Nike should win. Margaret said G. Okay, so Margaret, this is one of the rare times where we're not in sync with each other, but that's okay. Um, J Care. Okay, J Care, she's on my side. 2 against 1, Margaret. But yes, I think that Nike should win. We'll see what happens. I will definitely keep you guys updated. All right. Okay, so like I said, this was going to be a short show tonight. So we're going to have an opportunity for Q&A right now. I'm going to give y'all about 6 minutes. I think that'll be enough time. So if you have any questions now, or even if you have questions and you're watching later, put them in the comments and I'll answer them during the show tomorrow. But yeah, if you have any questions on business formation or on any of the stories we covered tonight, now's the time to ask. Now, in terms of business formation, what does that mean? It means articles of incorporation, EIN numbers, DUNS numbers, contracts, intellectual property, meaning trademarks, copyrights, patents. Excuse me, basic money management skills as a business owner. And don't forget that this month we are starting our hiring and training segment. So that's what we're going to talk about the entire month of September. Okay. And if you need a refresher of the stories that we covered tonight, we talked about Universal Music Group claiming copyright over moon footage, and Nike going after a shoe designer who is a little too inspired. All right. So if you have questions, now is the time to get them in. If not, we will break for the evening. We'll be back here tomorrow with more stories. If you find anything that you want me to talk about, please send it through. I love it when you send me stories. It lets me know that you're engaged and that you know what and lets me know what you want to learn about. What else? Uh Send good vibes, because hopefully soon I'll be having some good news for you guys. Yes, but if we're good right here, we will reconvene tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Have a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. COVID is still out here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, ah, wait. J Care has a question about rental properties. Okay, what's your question, JK? You got it right in time, girl. Facebook ain't gonna get this one, but IG will. What is your question about rental properties, my dear? Is it better to own them under an LLC versus what? Under your own name? Um, is it better to own them under an LLC? Whereas any business that you have, even if it's just rental property, not even just rental properties, but any business that you have, it is always better to have it under the business name, because the reason why you set up business entities, hi, I'm Cool Breeze, is to separate your business from your personal, so that if they come after anything in your business, your personal is safe. I talk about this in my business entities ebook, right? When you start a business like an LLC or a corporation, you basically create a person for them to turn to instead of coming to get your things. Okay. So it's always better, always better to run whatever business you have as, some type of of structured business entity, be it LLC, be it corporation, or, a combination of that. Okay. All right. Very good question, my dear. Do we have any more questions before we break for the night? I know it was a quick show tonight, but sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. All right, it's cool. Okay, you're welcome, my dear. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow. And bye.